Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about various type of machine and also their usage. Are you into goat farming, piggery farming, cattle farming, or poultry farming? Then this particular video is for you, because in today's video I'll be talking about type of machine and how we can make use of them in each of these particular livestock farming that I just mentioned. The number one type of machine we'll be talking about today is a chopper machine, just like this particular video showing right here. Chopper machine, like the name sounds, chopper machine is a type of machine that is being used to process feed or to chop grass into smaller particles for easy absorption for our livestock farming. The likes of cattle, goat, piggery, rabbitry, or cane rat, which is also known as grass cutter. So you can make use of this particular chopper machine to produce or to chop grass for them to eat, you understand. And for people that want to go into silage making, what is silage making? Silage making is the process of on chopping grass into smaller particles, adding some other additive into it like the molasses and the rest, in order for you to preserve the feed for a very long time to give to your animals. So silage feed is very necessary, but before you can go into that, then you need to have a machine that can chop the grass into a smaller particle. So that is the importance of chopper machine in your farm. And if you want to go into like I just mentioned, cattle farming, piggery farming, goat farming, rabbitry, snail farming, and also like cane rat, those are the type of animals that require this particular chopper machine, you understand. They require the chopper machine at your farm. Then the second type of machine that we'll be mentioning is a grinder machine, which is also known as hammer mill. Hammer mill, this type of machine is used to crush feed into a smaller particles as well for easy absorption for your poultry farm. People that are going into poultry farm or that have interest in establishing a poultry farm, then the hammer mill machine is for you, you understand. You will need the hammer mill machine at your farm. Or probably if you are thinking of going into a feed mill construction or a feed mill company or a feed mill stuff, you want to set up a little feed mill at your compound or at your farm, the hammer mill must be a very good type of machine that you have to get or that is necessary at your farm. And I said the likes of the poultry, hammer mill is generally for poultry feed. So it's going to crush the feed into smaller particles for easy absorption for your birds, you understand. For people that want to make what we call the mesh feed, it could be it could be finisher, it could be starter, but you will need a hammer mill machine at your farm, just like this showing right there. So that is the hammer mill we are talking about. Very important. While the third machine that you also be needing is what we call the pulverizer. Just like this particular video showing right here. The pulverizer machine just works the same thing as hammer mill machine as well, but the two different things between the pulverizer and a hammer mill is that a pulverizer is going to grind your materials into a very smoother form. Like in the likes of people that want to go into catfish production, you understand, you will need a pulverizer machine, because that is the type of machine you are going to make use to grind your material into a powdery form. For people that want to grind their corn, soya beans, PKC, GNC. What is GNC? Is a granite cake. What is PKC? Pound kernel cake, you understand. If you want to grind them together, your soya beans, your corn, and the likes, then you are going to make use of pulverizer machine to grind this material into that smoothest form that you are looking for, you understand. And this particular machine is necessary for people that want to go into catfish production. You will need that at your farm, you understand. If you want to go into catfish production and you want to grind your feed into into a very smoother form, then you need the pulverizer machine at your farm as well, you understand. Like I said, people that want to go into catfish production, or people that want to set up a smaller feed mill at their farm, then you need this particular machine to grind the whole ingredient into powder form for you to be able to make the type of feed you are looking for. Why the fourth one is what we call the mixer, a bigger mixer. We have two types of mixer. We have the horizontal mixer and also the vertical mixer. You understand? There are two types. So the horizontal mixer is for, like the name sound, mixer. So what it does is to mix all the whole materials together. This particular mixer is necessary for people that want to go into poultry farming, people that want to go into catfish farming as well. It's very, very important because you need this mixer to be able to mix a very larger number of feed. For example, after sitting down and strategizing your formula, you come together with a very suitable or a very nice formula, and after grinding all the materials together, you have to take the materials to a mixer machine to be able to mix everything together for you. Just like this particular video showing right there, you can see that they are trying to mix this feed together. So mixer machine will help you to do the work very neat. It will mix the machine together, or if you want to add something we call the additive to your feed, then that is the work of a mixer, because you can't add additive to a very big number of feed at once. So but with the help of the mixer, it will be able to mix the whole feed together for you. The additive I'm talking about, like in the likes of methionine, the lysine, the amino acids. So these are the additives that I'm talking about. So you add into that particular mixer and it will be able to mix the whole stuff to you. So that is very, very important as well. If you want to go into in the likes of poultry farming, catfish farming, you need a mixer at your farm. And also another type of machine that we'll be talking about is the extruder, or an extruder machine. It's also called the pelletized machine as well, but the general name or the perfect name given to that machine is called an extruder machine. What an extruder machine is a type of machine that grind or that pelletize your feed out. You understand? So an extruder machine is generally for people that want to go into catfish production, and if you want to produce a floating feed for your fish, a floating feed, not a sinking feed, an extruder machine does the work of floating feed for people that want to go into catfish feed production. So that is, you have to have an extruder machine at your farm, just like this particular video is showing right there. And this is the time that I was still working with one of my boss then, you understand, in terms of learning how to produce feed for catfish. So, and the particular machine we are using there is what we call the extruder machine. You can see the work it does is it will pelletize the feed out in form of floating form for you understand. So that is an extruder machine. It's very, very necessary. If you want to go into catfish farming, you will be needing an extruder machine. Very, very necessary, understand. And the last but not the least is the vertical mixer. In the first one I told you that we have two types of mixer. We have the vertical mixer, we have the horizontal mixer. The vertical mixer is also called the wet mixer. Just like this particular picture showing right here. What is the work of this particular wet mixer? Is going to, after grinding the whole process, probably if you are going into catfish, this particular mixer, the wet mixer, is just mainly, or is just meant for people that want to go into catfish production. Catfish production, you'll be needing this wet mixer. The reason why you'll be needing the wet mixer is after grinding your materials from the pulverizer down to the mixer, the bigger mixer, the vertical mixer, then you are going to be taking it towards the wet mixer before taking it to your extruder machine. You understand? This particular video is not for people that want to go into catfish alone, but I just want to explain that. You understand? So after grinding, you take it to the wet mixer as well. That is when you'll be adding water to it before taking it to your pelletize or your extruder machine to be able to pelletize the feed out. So that was the reason why you are going to be needing the wet mixer at your farm. We also call it a conditioner machine. It's going to condition the feed in a very good form, so that when you are pouring it into the extruder machine, it will be able to pelletize it out without any stress. You understand? So very, very important. If you want to do that, think about this particular machine and get it at your farm. It's very, very necessary. And what are the purposes of getting this machine at your farm? One, it will save you from the stress of going out to buy feed at all time. As far as you are able to plant these materials at your farm and you have the machine, then what is the need of you taking your feed to to, and to a feed me, or to someone that knows how to do it, to help you to do that. As far as you can plant your corn, plant your soya beans, and the rest of the materials that are needed for this particular feed, then, and if you are able to get your machine at your farm, then you just take it to your machine. Your machine will does the work for you, grind the materials, pelletize it out, and you start feeding it to your fish. With that, it will save you the stress of what, taking it from one particular place to another, from grinding and all, you understand. So very, very important. Think about this particular machine and get them. And also, a type of machine that is still necessary for your farm as well is what we call the cracker machine. Like this particular machine showing right there, it's called the cracker machine. And what's the work of this cracker machine? It will help you to crack your pound kernel. You understand? It will help you to crack your pound kernel. It will crack the pound kernel and also bring out the seed. So the shell will be going to another place, while the seed itself, will be going to another place as well. And you know that the seed inside the pound kernel is also necessary because you can extract oil from it. After extracting oil from it, the residue that is remaining is what we call the PKC. I mentioned something PKC earlier. You understand? That is where we get PKC from. After extracting the oil from inside, you understand? It's what we call the PKC. And this particular PKC can be added to your formula if you want to feed your cattle, if you want to feed your pig. Very, very necessary. If you want to give feed to if you want to formulate your poultry feed as well, it's necessary to add this PKC to it. You understand? So we'll call that particular machine the cracker machine. It's going to help you to crack the pound kernel, bring out the seed, separate the chaff from the seed, and you make use of this particular seed. You understand? Very, very important. And the last one, we also have the processor, which is going, after breaking your pound kernel, you take that seed to this particular processor machine, and it will be able to grind it, squeeze out the oil from it, and the residue, like I said, you can feed it to your animals. Is what we call the PKC, so you can feed it to your animals as well. So those are the type of machine that is necessary for you to have. And the last but not the least is what we call the machine that is mainly used for cassava peeling. Cassava peeling machine, just like this particular picture showing right here, is a cassava. You can buy your cassava peeling machine. You can get also the compressor that will compress if you want to do like gari, fufu, and the rest. You can get this particular machine to be able to make the work easier and faster for you. I don't know if you understand my point. You can get your cassava peeling machine just like this. You can get your compressor that will compress the whole stuff just like this as well. And your fryer machine that will be able to, if you want to fry your gari and the rest, get this particular machine. And the amazing thing about all these machines that I've mentioned earlier that you guys have just seen are all fabricated machine. So I have an engineer that do this the fabrication of a thing. So he's very, very good at it. All the machines that I just display here are being made by this particular engineer. So if you have interest in getting any type of machine, it's very, very affordable. Like I said, very, very affordable. You can reach out to me and I'll help you to reach out to him as well. And you'll be able to process or to fabricate this particular machine for you. The chopper machine that I just showed earlier, you understand, is the engineer was the person that made it for me. So I just deliver it to one of my subscribers at Benin. I just will be to one of my subscribers at Benin. So that shows you that people are are getting this machine at their farm. Is very necessary because we are entering into 2025. So definitely whatever you are going to do in the area of the livestock farming, then definitely you have to get your machine needed for this particular stuff, so that you'll be spending less in types of their feeding. Moreover, if you have the machine at your farm, then definitely the money you'll be spending in feeding them will reduce a little bit. It reduces in terms of you have the machine, you have the material, so you are grinding it yourself. You are not taking it out to pay anyone else to be able to process this particular feed for you. You are the one doing it yourself. So think about this or the whole machine that I've just mentioned. Reach out to me if you have interest in any type of this machine, and I'll be able to reply to your message. Like this, my particular number showing right there. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I'll help you to reach out to the engineer to fabricate a very nice machine for you. You understand? And what we does in our adult farming is to teach you guys the things that you are going to do in your agricultural farming, how to improve your livestock farming, how to improve your crop farming, and how to go into agriculture generally. That is what we do here. Please, if today is the first time of coming across my YouTube channel, do to subscribe, Turn on the notification bell to be notified when I drop a video for you. And if you think that this video is good enough, or if you gain any information from this particular video, then kindly give me a thumbs up, and bye for now.